hair actually looks kind of good. This is what my natural hair looks like, guys. Hey there, folks. My name is Vivian Lunsford. You thought this was gone, didn't you? You said, oh, thank God the mic is finally gone. It didn't do anything for her. No. My name is Vivian Lunsford, and I am indeed a theater kid, if you couldn't tell by that dramatic thing. See, I have a 6 poster right here, Total Drama. You used to be able to see my posters of my shows in my mirror, but camera angles. And I also like bags, I guess. Oh, no, now my hair does not look good. Mencha, you always gonna run into me, my life. Okay. And I've been trying to make this video for the past month. Like 7 times. That's not true. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's so real, but get off my page, because if you don't know what the Tony Awards are, they're basically the Broadway version of the Oscars, and if you don't know what the Oscars are, honestly, I would just log off right now, like you can leave, like leave. And being a theater kid, obviously this is the most important event of my life, so we're gonna be talking about my predictions, who I want to win, and this is kind of a heated year. This is the 78th Tony Awards. So, and they're tomorrow, which is why I need to get this video out before tomorrow, which is not going to happen, so I'm probably just going to end up scrapping it anyway. But the catch is, me being a 14-year-old who lives in rural Virginia, I have not seen a single show this season on Broadway. So I really know nothing about the shows this year, except a few. Actually, I did watch a video, I'll link it or put it up on the screen so you can go watch it, about, it's like a theater guide to the Tonys, about what each show is about, like every nominated show, and it was very helpful because I tried to make this video before I saw that video. I don't remember who made the video, but please go support them. If you want to see better in-depth predictions videos that have actually done research, don't watch this video. But if you're here for a good time and you want to see some fun editing, insert cool editing here. I'm not doing cool editing, it's 1 a.m. Then watch this, please, because it'll be really fun. I have some good insight, hopefully. I haven't seen any of the shows, so this may be really not good. The nominees for Best Play are English by Sanaz Tusi, The Hills of California by Jez Butterworth, John Proctor is the Villain by Kimberly Bellflower.
Oh my God, my hair is off.
Oh Mary by Cole Escola, Purpose by Brandon Jacobs Jenkins. So this is a pretty easy category to spot out what I want and who I think is gonna win. Before I really knew anything about the shows, I was like, oh yeah, John Proctor's the Villain, #1, because I like Sadie Sink, okay? And then I started hearing more about Oh Mary. I'm telling you, Oh Mary was last season, wasn't it? When I went to New York in April of 2023, I'm telling you, it was at the theater, like right next to a show that I went to go see. I think the real answer is I'm just cooked. But nevertheless, I think Oh Mary by Cole Escola will win, and I think it should. If you asked me when the nominations came out, I would have been like, oh, John Proctor's the Villain because Sadie Sink. Oh Mary tells the story of Mary Todd Lincoln, I think. I didn't do research. Played by Cole Escola. And I think she wants to be a cabaret performer. From what I've heard, she was like, I just want to dance the ballet. If you guys get the reference, you get the reference. Please get the reference, please. I just sacrificed my life to do that. Comedies don't usually perform well at the Tonys, but we have a lot of comedies this year, and I think Oh Mary will win Best Play. The nominees for Best Musical are Buena Vista Social Club, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, and Operation Mincemeat. Now, I think we all know who's gonna win. If you know anything about musicals this season, I believe that Maybe Happy Ending by Will Ronson and Hugh Park will win Best Musical. I think a close second may be Death Becomes Her. Maybe Happy Ending is this romance about 2 retired helper bots, starring Darren Criss and Helen J. Shen. We'll get into the acting categories later, and I have a lot to say. And it is being reviewed insanely well. Everybody that I've heard has seen it. How did you get in here? My door was locked. Sorry, I guess my cat had some insight too. Oh, don't mind this, by the way. I'm having an allergic reaction to a bug bite. Maybe Happy Ending is a very, very well thought out story. The direction's amazing. I haven't seen it. Obviously, I haven't seen any of the shows. I think a close second could be Death Becomes Her, starring Megan Hilty and Jennifer Samard, based on the 90s movie. Yeah. I don't know. That's also knocking it out of the park. It has, like, both Maybe Happy Ending and Death Becomes Her have, like, 10 nominations, leading the pack. Two very, very different stories, but, like, very beautiful. So I think Maybe Happy Ending will and should win the Tony Award for Best Musical tomorrow. The nominations for Best Revival of the play are Eureka Day by Jonathan Spector, Our Town, adapted by Thornton Wilder, Romeo and Juliet by...
Who wrote Romeo and Juliet?
And Yellowface by David Henry Hwang. Hey there, it's Vivian. I'm rotting right now and I'm editing. It's really late at night. And I just want to let you know, in this next clip, the camera angle changes really, really bad because I had to charge my computer. So, like, don't be alarmed. Don't be thinking, like, oh my god, did she get kidnapped and get replaced by a body double? Unfortunately, no, that did not happen. So, I just don't want you to be alarmed because the camera angle's so bad. There's, like, so much space to me to the left. So, don't be scared, guys. It's still me. Sadly. Okay, bye. Now, I think the front runners for Best Revival of a Play are Eureka Day and Yellowface. Yellowface closed, but it's on PBS right now, so I think I've heard somebody say like that is like because it's accessible to people right now. Like, Tony voters may be like more inclined to vote for it since they've like seen it more recently if they rewatched it. And Eureka Day, know nothing about it. It looks like it takes place in a library. From the title, it looks like people have a day about Eurekas. But I think either Eureka Day or Yellowface could take it. I don't really have an opinion on any of them because I have no idea what they're about. But yeah, either Eureka Day or Yellowface. Best Revival of a Musical. The nominees are Floyd Collins, Gypsy, Pirates, the Penzance Musical, and Sunset Boulevard. Every time I say Sunset Boulevard, I have to do that. So this may be a really fun video for you. Now, I think I know what's going to win, but the one that I want to win is very different. I think Sunset Boulevard will win the Tony for Best Revival of the Musical, just because of Jamie Lloyd's direction. Like, they've never seen the St. James Theater glow like that, bro. And neither have I, because I didn't see it. But who do I want to win? Gypsy, of course. Audra McDonald, powerhouse, and we'll get to that very soon. But, like, she is insane. And I think I saw this guy talk about, I was literally watching these TikToks about this guy, like, going over it. He's, like, a writer at Elle. I'll put his Instagram here. And he is very good at what he's trying to say. Me and him have, like, the same opinions. He's like, Sunset Boulevard's gonna win, but I want Gypsy to win because he said that he enjoys Gypsy more as a show. Like, he enjoys Gypsy's storyline than Sunset Boulevard's, which is so real because me too. I'm insanely in love with Gypsy. Like, I just love it so much. So I want Gypsy to win, but I think it's gonna be Sunset Boulevard, but I'll be happy with whatever. I haven't seen Pirates get a lot of pizzazz because Best Rival is the only thing that it's nominated for, which is sad. Best performance by a leading actor in a play. The nominees are George Clooney for Goodnight and Good Luck, Cola Scola for Oh Mary, John Michael Hill for Purpose, Daniel Day Kim for Yellowface, Harry Lennox for Purpose, and Louis McCartney for Stranger Things: The First Shadow. Now, I don't think this is not a discussion. Cola Scola will win and should win for their portrayal of Mary Todd Lincoln and Oh Mary. Cola Scola is that show. They wrote it, they star in it. Literally, beautiful. I feel as though Daniel Day Kim could also win, but I definitely feel like Cola Scola will take this. So they could get Best Play and Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Play, and maybe another award that maybe I'll talk about maybe later. I don't know. Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Play. The nominees are Laura Donnelly for The Hills of California, Mia Farrow for The Roommate, LaTanya Richardson Jackson for Purpose, Sadie Sink for John Proctor as the Villain, and Sarah Snook for The Picture of Dorian Gray. I also don't think this one is a discussion. Sarah Snook will win for The Picture of Dorian Gray for her portrayal of everybody in that show. Now, I have no idea what in the world The Picture of Dorian Gray is about, but all I know is that Sarah Snook is that show, and there's some cameras elements. It's very techie, I hear, which is like my favorite. I love techie things. I'm very glad to see Sadie Sink get a nomination, and Mia Farrow. Like, Mia Farrow, this is like her first ever major nomination. Like, she hasn't been nominated for an Oscar or an Emmy or anything. So, like, I think Mia Farrow getting it over Patty. At least she apologized. Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Musical. The nominees are Darren Criss, Maybe Happy Ending, Andrew Durand, Dead Outlaw, Tom Francis, Sunset Boulevard, Jonathan Groff, Just in Time, James Monroe Iglehart, A Wonderful World, and Jeremy Jordan for Floyd Collins. This one is a little bit tough. I know who I would like to win, but I know who's going to win. I think it's a toss-up between Darren Criss and Jonathan Groff for the win. Darren Criss is Maybe Happy Ending as Oliver, who is he's a robot. Very straightforward, is very optimistic about the world though. And Jonathan Groff is in a biopic jukebox musical as Bobby Darin. So, and Jonathan Groff, so the thing with Jonathan Groff is he won Leading Actor in a Musical last year for Merrily We Roll Along. And I think it's great that he's nominated again, and he might win. But I feel like since he would win 2 years in a row, that might hurt him a little bit. And so I think Darren Criss will win. I'm glad. Okay. I've also heard a bunch of people saying Tom Francis will win for Sunset Boulevard. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not ready for this next one. Give me a minute. I don't want to talk about it. Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Musical. The nominees are Megan Hilty for Death Becomes Her, Audra McDonald for Gypsy, Jasmine Amy Rogers for Boop, Nicole Scherzinger for Sunset Boulevard, and Jennifer Samard for Death Becomes Her. Do I have who I want to win? Of course. Do I have who I think will win? No. Because any of these lovely ladies could... Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room that probably none of you noticed, unless you're as invested as me. We're going to talk about how the actor categories, the male actor categories, got 6 nominations, but the ladies only got 5. Are we gonna talk about that? They had both of Death Becomes Her girls in there, and they still left out Helen J. Shen for Maybe Happy Ending. You had the audacity to cut somebody for both of the Death Becomes Her people, and you still had a slot open. Still a little mad about that. I am glad with the ones that did get nominated, except for Helen J. Shen, because she was robbed. Who do I want to win? Audra McDonald for Gypsy. Who do I think is gonna win? I think it's a toss-up between Audra and Nicole Scherzinger. I think there's more support around Sunset Boulevard as a show, but I think there's more support around Audra because of the recent Patti LuPone stuff. So Honestly, I actually see a world where Jasmine Amy Rogers for Boop could win. She won the Drama Desk along with Audra, which is crazy. Broadway debut, seasoned veteran, both winning Drama Desks. Perfect, beautiful, wonderful. But I want Audra to win, and I think she will. Because of the controversy, people have more support for Audra, and I think Tony voters will decide to vote for her over Nicole. But you never know. I will be happy if whoever... For real, Jennifer Samard could come and bring it. Before nominations came out, I was worried because I was like, are they going to put both Beth Becomes Her girls in there? Because if I feel like they didn't, I feel like they would nominate Megan over Jennifer, which is sad, but I don't know how their performances were. Apparently Megan's is slightly more pizzazzy. So maybe, I don't know. I really just think it's a toss-up between Nicole and Audra. I don't want to think about it anymore. Best performance by a featured actor in a play. So this is the gray area because I know nothing about these shows. I don't know like any of these people. So I'm gonna go based off of research purely. The nominees are Glenn Davis for Purpose, Gabriel Ebert for John Proctor is the Villain, Francis Ju for Yellowface, Bob Odenkirk for Glengarry Glen Ross, and Conrad Ricamora for O'Mary. Now, I hope Conrad Ricamora wins for O'Mary. I have no idea who's going to win, but since Conrad Ricamora is the only performance I'm familiar with, I have zero clue what people are saying. People are saying Conrad Ricamora, but I think people are also saying Francis Ju for Yellowface. So I legit don't know. Best performance by a featured actress in a play. The nominees are Tala Ash for English, Jessica Hecht for Eureka Day, Rajan Nishat for English, Fina Straza for John Proctor as the Villain, and Carrie Young for Purpose. Okay, still have no idea. I heard a lot of people saying Tala Ash for English could win this, but Carrie Young has been nominated for 4 consecutive years in Best Featured Actress in a Play or something. I don't know. And that's amazing. And so if she wins this, she will be the first Black person, and not Black woman, but just Black person in general, to win 2 consecutive Tonys. So she may be making history, but I feel like Tala Ash could take this as well. I feel like any of these people could take it, genuinely. Best performance by a featured actor in a musical. The nominees are Brooks Ashmanskas for Smash, Jeb Brown for Dead Outlaw, Danny Burstein for Gypsy, Jack Malone for Operation Mincemeat, and Taylor Trench for Floyd Collins. Now, I don't know who I want to win. Honestly, I would love Danny Burstein to win for Gypsy because, as you all know, I love Gypsy. But a lot of people are saying that Jack Malone for Operation Mincemeat will win. And I'm totally cool with that. Know nothing about Operation Mincemeat, so if they win, that's amazing. Best performance by a featured actress in a musical. Natalie Venetia Belcon for Buena Vista Social Club, Julia Neidl for Dead Outlaw, Gracie Lawrence for Just in Time, Justina Machado for Real Women Have Curves, and Joy Woods for Gypsy. Now, I need to talk about this. Gracie Lawrence being a Tony... Okay. I know Gracie Lawrence as the Tell Me What You Need, BuzzFeed Top... You know, that girl. And so I didn't even know she was on Broadway, let alone Tony nominated, until I saw her sing with Jonathan Groff, and I was like, why are you singing with Jonathan? Oh, she's in the show? And she's a Tony nominated actress now, which is insane. Over Erica Henningsen. I don't know how her Sandra Dee is, but she's playing the girl who sings Pretty Little Baby, I'm so in love with you. I think any of these women can take it. I've heard a lot of people saying Justina Machado for Women Have Curves, which is the girl from One Day at a Time, which is, you know, a show my family is obsessed with. And I was like, hello? I would really love to see Joy Woods win. I saw her in Six. When I went to go see it on Broadway, I saw her as an understudy. Half the cast was understudies that day, which is completely fine. But, like, I saw her and I didn't even know it. If you don't know who Joy Wood, she's like, I have to run away. She's that girl from The Notebook.
I have to run away. I have to stay.
But her being Gypsy Rosalie. Sorry. I'm a walking musical. But if she was not nominated, I was really scared because if she did not get nominated, she would be the only Louise in the, like, however many revivals of Gypsy there have been. I think there's like 6 or 7.
Vivian, don't do it. It's too late for this. Please don't say it. Please don't.
To not be nominated for a Tony. So I'm super glad that she was. I really do want her to win. Let's go. Best direction of a play. The nominees are Nude Adams for English, Sam Mendes for The Hills of California, Sam Pinkleton for Oh Mary, Johnny Tamor for John Proctor's The Villain, and Kip Williams for The Picture of Dorian Gray. Now, who I think will win? Sam Pinkleton. Who I want to win? Probably Sam Pinkleton for Oh Mary. Oh Mary, I hear, is just like the funniest show anybody ever did see. So, direction of a musical. Here we go. The nominees are Saheem Ali for Buena Vista Social Club, Michael Arden for Maybe Happy Ending, David Cromer for Dead Outlaw, Christopher Catelli for Death Becomes Her, and Jamie Lloyd for Sunset Boulevard. Who do I think will win? We're not even halfway through this yet. I'm already half an hour into filming.
Don't mind how ugly I look. That's the life. My phone is lagging so much while I'm editing this because my phone was not designed to take this much storage. I've only cut down 9 minutes of the video. I'm 20 minutes in and I still have about 15 minutes left to edit, and this is going to be a killer thing to export. Please pray for me.
I think Jamie Lloyd for Sunset Boulevard will win. And that's that. Apparently, Jamie Lloyd has done like insane wonders for this show. And I think it'll be great. I do want Michael Arden to win for Maybe Happy Ending. Because I'm just not the biggest Sunset Boulevard fan. Like, it seems a little overrated. But I don't know. I may go to New York and be like, oh, I love it. Never mind. I think Jamie Lloyd will win for Sunset Boulevard. Best book of a musical. I have zero clue who's gonna win this because I've never seen any of the shows. And
Hey, I'm back. I actually did see the CNN live production of Good Night and Good Luck today, so I technically am lying, but I wasn't when I was making that clip because I saw it after. I saw Good Night and Good Luck. I thought it was great.
so I don't know. The nominees are Willa Ronson and Hugh Park for Maybe Happy Ending, David Cumming, Felix Hagen, Natasha Hudson, and Zoe Roberts for Operation Mincemeat, Itamar Moses for Dead Outlaw, Marco Panette for Death Becomes Her, oh my god, and Marco Ramirez for Buena Vista Social Club. I think from what I've been hearing that people want Maybe Happy Ending to win. That doesn't seem like a booky musical. That seems like an Into the Woods. No, Into the Woods is not like that. It seems like a Next to Normal type beat. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of dialogue in it, but there may be because I haven't seen it. So I think people say that Maybe Happy Ending will win. Although I hear what Death Becomes Her is very funny, so like that could be it. Nominees for Best Original Score, Music and/or Lyrics, written for the theater. Why is it like that? Hello? Is it normally that fancy of a title? The nominees are Dead Outlaw, Eric Della Pena and David Yazbek, Death Becomes Her by Noel Carey and Julie Madison, Maybe Happy Ending by Willa Ronson and Hugh Park, Operations Mincemeat by David Cumming, Felix Hagen, Natasha Hudson, and Zoe Roberts, and Real Women of Curse by Joy Huerta and Benjamin Velez. So all of these are Best Musical nominations except for Real Women of Curse because Buena Vista Social Club is a jukebox musical. So they couldn't get in Best Original Score. But they are getting that special Tony Award, right? Like their band or orchestrations or something, right? There is a Best Orchestrations category, but they're already winning that, like, special one, right? I have no idea what I'm talking about. I've heard people talk about it. I don't know. This could be a great time for Real Women of Curves to win. or maybe Happy Ending just takes it. You never know. I don't really know. The only one I really have heard music from is maybe Happy Ending and Hitting the Road's a banger. So we may just have to go for Best Original Score, maybe Happy Ending for my pick. I don't have a prediction. Best Scenic Design of a Play. I was originally going to look up the scenic design so I could make a prediction, but I'm not going to do that. The nominees are David Bergman and Marge Howell for The Picture of Dorian Gray, Merriam-Webster and 59 Productions for Stranger Things The First Shadow, Marsha Ginsburg for English, Rob Howell from The Hills of California, and Scott Pask for Goodnight and Good Luck. Actually, now reading out the things, I do know who's going to win. I think Stranger Things First Shadow is going to sweep the tech categories. They're going to sweep design categories of a play. Sunset Boulevard. Sorry. I think Merriam-Webster and 59 Productions will win Best Scenic Design of a Play because from what I've seen, that stuff is crazy. Best Scenic Design of a Musical. The nominees are Rachel Hawk for Swept Away, Dane Laffrey and George Reeve for Maybe Happy Ending, Arnolfo Maldonado, and My Even Hispanic for Buena Vista Social Club, Derek McClain for Death Becomes Her, and Derek McClain for Just in Time. I know no Bobby Darin music. I'm glad that Swept Away is getting its representation, but since it closed so early, I don't think it's gonna win. Maybe Happy Ending could. I think I used to have one that I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna win, but I do not remember anymore. Buena Vista Social Club, I think as well, could win. Death Becomes Her though. Death Becomes Her might win this. I don't know what people are saying, but I'm just gonna go with Death Becomes Her because I don't think I've given it an award yet. The nominees for Best Costume Design of a Play are Brenda Abandondolo. I'm so sorry. I feel like my principal at my school. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna pronounce all y'all's names wrong. Please correct me. You're on the announcements. Nobody can correct you. Marge Horwell for The Picture of Dorian Gray, Rob Howell for The Hills of California, Holly Pearson for Oh Mary, and Bridget Riefenstuhl for Stranger Things The First Shadow. Okay, so from what I've seen, Oh Mary, that dress, Mary Todd Lincoln's dress, hello, fancy as crap. But yeah, I think I think anybody could win this. I don't really know any of the costumes because I haven't seen it. Best Costume Design of a Musical. Didi Ayete for Buena Vista Social Club, Greg Barnes for Boop, Clint Ramos for Maybe Happy Ending, Paul Tazwell for Death Becomes Her, and Catherine Zuber for Just in Time. Now listen, I know what everybody's saying is going to win, and they want it to win, but I have another option. Everybody's saying that Paul Tazwell will win for Death Becomes Her because just the sheer fanciness of it. He won the Oscar for Wicked, and he'll win for Death Becomes Her. I do want Greg Barnes to win for Boop, bro. Where is Betty? Betty's not here, or whatever the song is. Like, let me flash a clip of that. I think making the black and white and color suits without making it look really tacky and like pinned together is very difficult. So I think that's great. I think they could win. I feel like any of these could win. But I think Paul Tazwell will win, but I want Greg Barnes to win. Best Lighting Design of a Play. David Bengali and Heather Gilbert for Good Night and Good Luck. Natasha Chivers for The Hills of California. John Clark for Stranger Things, The First Shadow. Natasha Katz and Hannah Wasilewski for John Proctor's The Villain. And Nick Schleiper for The Picture of Dorian Gray. I think John Clark will win for the Stranger Things, The First Shadow. Again, I think it's going to win all the design categories other than costume. It may win costume. I don't know how the costumes are. It takes place in the 50s. It's just like basic stuff, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. If Vecna shows up and he's like in that thing. No. Vecna probably does not show up in Stranger Things The First Shadow. Best lighting design of a musical. The nominees are Jack Knowles for Sunset Boulevard, Taylor McCullough, guys, for Buena Vista Social Club, Ben Stanton for Maybe Happy Ending, Roy Hornson and Scott Zelensky for Floyd Collins, and Justin Townsend for Death Becomes Her. I'm pretty sure Sunset Boulevard, Jack Knowles will win. Could be wrong. I don't know.
I know I've been putting the Sunset Boulevard counters and like I haven't seen the show because I say it too much in the video, but you're lucky that I haven't put a, I don't know, and now counter in there, because I think it would be up to like 100 or like at least 30 for both at this point. I'm so tired.
But I think Ben Stanton could win, or Jack Knowles for Maybe Happy Ending and Sunset Boulevard, respectively. Yeah, I think Sunset Boulevard will win. But yeah. Best sound design of a play nominations are Paul Arditi for Stranger Things The First Shadow, Palmer Hefferon for John Proctor as the Villain, Daniel Kluger for Good Night and Good Luck, Nick Powell for The Hills of California, and Clemens Williams for The Picture of Dorian Gray. Now, again, I think Stranger Things will win for sound design. Best sound design of a musical, Jonathan Dean's Buena Vista Social Club, Adam Fisher, Sunset Boulevard, Peter Helensky for Just in Time, Peter Helensky for Maybe Happy Ending, and Dunn Moses Schreier for Floyd Collins. I think, actually 99.9% sure Adam Fisher will win for Sunset Boulevard, because doesn't at the beginning he Tom Francis walks down one of the streets and he's like, Sunset Boulevard. Is that not right? I don't know. And the sound design has to carry into the theater. Isn't that how that works? Best choreography. We're in the home stretch. The nominees are Joshua Bergassi for Smash, Camille A. Brown for Gypsy, Patricia Delgado and Justin Peck for Buena Vista Social Club, Christopher Catelli for Death Becomes Her, and Jerry Mitchell for Boop the Musical. Jerry Mitchell? Hello? It's my Pookie. I have no idea who's gonna win this. Lots of people are saying Christopher Catelli for Death Becomes Her. But I don't know. So we'll go with that. Sure, Death Becomes Her. Best orchestrations. The nominees are Willa Ronson for Maybe Happy Ending, Bruce Coughlin for Floyd Collins, David Cullen and Andrew Lloyd Webber for Sunset Boulevard, Marco Paglia for Buena Vista Social Club, and Andrew, I read that as something else, Resnick and Michael Thurber for Just in Time. I think this either goes to Buena Vista Social Club or Just in Time. I don't think I have a win for Buena Vista Social Club yet, but since Buena Vista Social Club is winning that special Tony Award for its band and orchestrations already, I don't know if Tony voters are going to vote for that. So I think it'll either be Buena Vista Social Club or Just in Time, because they change it and they make it this jazzy stuff, and it's already real songs, but the jukebox musicals are winning best orchestration. Hello? Competitive awards. The musicians who make up the band of Buena Vista Social Club will win. Oh, and Stranger Things First Shadow will win an Illusions and Technical Effects Award. Okay, I see you. Got you. Well, that's all I really have for this video. Let me know if you disagree or agree with me in the comments. And I hope everybody's just excited for Tony nominations and Tonys as I am. I'm really excited for all the performances and what everything's going to be like for that. And yeah, I think it's going to be really great. Okay. Well, that's all I really have for this video. Goodbye. I love you. Mwah!